The Chargers might be on the verge of a game-changing move. A blockbuster trade could bring one of the most dominant tight ends in the league to Los Angeles, completely reshaping Justin Herbert's offense. But hold on, there's more. A respected analyst just dropped a bombshell, claiming the Chargers may have pulled off one of the biggest steals of the draft, something that could be a true turning point for the franchise. And as if that wasn't enough, a controversial defensive decision might spell the end for a fan-favorite player. You won't want to miss any of this. So get comfortable, and let's dive right into the latest Chargers news. If there's one move that could immediately transform the Chargers, it's giving Justin Herbert an elite weapon in the passing game. And now, a rumor is catching fire among the fan base. Mark Andrews, one of the NFL's top tight ends, might be heading to Los Angeles. Yeah, you heard that, right? The Baltimore Ravens are reportedly open to trading him, but only for a real offer, according to Jeff Zrebiec of The Athletic. And guess what? The Chargers are on the list of possible landing spots. The big question is, should they go all in for a player of this caliber? Let's be real. If there's one position that needs an immediate upgrade, it's tight end. Right now, Will Dissly is the best option on the roster, but let's be honest, he's not exactly a game changer. Behind him, there's Tucker Fisk and McAllen Castles. Two unproven guys with no real track record in the league. If the Chargers want to be a serious contender on offense, they need a target like Andrews. And the numbers don't lie. Even in what was considered a down year, Andrews still racked up 683 yards and an impressive 11 touchdowns in 2024. Just for perspective, all of the Chargers tight ends combined for only 2 touchdowns last season. 2! That alone shows how massive this move could be for the team. But here's the real question. What would it take to land Andrews? He's entering the final year of his contract and is already 30, so it probably wouldn't take a massive trade package to get him. A second-round pick or a mid-tier player could get the deal done. If that's the case, the Chargers should absolutely be in the mix. Now, picture this. With Andrews in the lineup, Herbert would finally have a reliable weapon who can dominate the middle of the field and be a legit red zone threat. That would not only elevate Herbert's game, but also open things up for the wide receivers, making the Chargers' offense way more unpredictable. But will the front office pull the trigger on this move? Or are they going to stick to the draft and cheaper options? The fan base is already split on the idea, and the debate is heating up on social media. Now, let's talk about a straight-up draft heist. A player who could be the future of this franchise. The Chargers may have just pulled off one of the biggest steals of the draft. A top-tier talent unexpectedly fell to the 22nd pick, and now analysts are calling it an absolute home run for Los Angeles. We're talking about Tyrone McMillan, the wide receiver out of Arizona, a guy who could have easily been a top 10 pick, but somehow slipped right into the Chargers' hands. And if there's one thing this team needed, it was more weapons. For Justin Herbert, after a pretty quiet free agency where the biggest move was re-signing Mike Williams, the front office made it clear that upgrading the receiving core was a top priority in the draft. And guess what? They might have found the perfect piece. McMillan is no ordinary prospect. Standing at 6'5" with insane hands and the ability to dominate contested catches, he's built to be a nightmare for opposing defenses. Over his last 2 college seasons, he averaged more than 15 yards per catch. That means he's not just a deep threat, but also a major weapon in the red zone. Here's where it gets even more exciting. He might be the missing piece in this offense. The Chargers already have Ladd McConkey, who had a standout rookie season, and Mike Williams, who, despite some inconsistencies, can still make big plays. With McMillan in the mix, LA's receiving trio just became a whole lot more dynamic and explosive, giving them a legitimate chance to keep up with the best offenses in the AFC. But there's one key factor to keep in mind. Jim Harbaugh has made it clear he wants a physical, efficient offense. He's not looking to turn this team into a pass-heavy unit like in previous years. He wants balance, with a strong run game complementing the aerial attack. But let's be real. Can you really afford to rely heavily on the run game when you're competing against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? McMillan's selection might be a masterstroke. A talent of his caliber dropping to the 22nd pick is rare, and now it's on the coaching staff to develop him into the star he's projected to be. But hold on, there's one more bombshell. A major decision on defense has stunned the fan base, and not in a good way. As the offseason unfolds, the Chargers have made a shocking move on defense. With free agency in full swing, names like Asante Samuel Jr. and Christian Fulton were heavily linked to the team, but the front office decided not to make a major investment in Samuel. Why? Because young standout Tarheeb Still is making waves and changing the entire outlook of the secondary. A fifth-round pick in 2024 Still has quickly proven himself. In 14 games, he racked up 62 tackles, 4 interceptions, 10 pass breakups, and even a defensive touchdown, putting him on the map as a rising star. His impact hasn't gone unnoticed, and now many believe he could be the future anchor of the Chargers secondary. While some fans were upset about the possibility of losing Samuel, who played just 4 games last season due to a shoulder injury, the front office clearly sees Still as the long-term answer. Adding Dante Jackson to the mix only reinforces the idea that the Chargers are looking ahead rather than holding on to the past. This could be the key to building a younger, more aggressive defense capable of standing up to the AFC's powerhouse offenses. The timing of this decision is crucial. While other teams are still debating whether to bring back injured veterans, the Chargers are moving forward with a clear plan. Still, who earned an impressive 73.7 overall grade from Pro Football Focus, is proving to be a vital piece of the puzzle. His ability to shut down passes and create turnovers makes him a tactical game changer, one who could be the difference maker in crunch time. So here's the real question. Is Samuel's departure a done deal? The answer is starting to look like a yes. Still's performance and upside suggest the Chargers already have their guy. What seemed like a questionable move at first might actually be a bold, forward-thinking strategy. The Chargers are making it clear they're not afraid to shake things up to get better. And as debates rage on among fans, one question lingers. Will this investment in youth and long-term potential pay off? Every move from here on out will be crucial in shaping a defense that can push the Bolts toward a season to remember. The Chargers are going all in this offseason. A potential blockbuster trade for Mark Andrews could take Justin Herbert's offense to another level. In the draft, Tyrell McMillan fell right into their lap and could be the perfect addition to their receiving core. And on defense, Tarheeb Still's rise seems to have sealed Asante Samuel Jr.'s fate. Now, the big question, are these bold moves enough to take the Chargers to the top? Or is there still work to be done to compete with the AFC's elite? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. This season is shaping up to be a wild ride and we're covering it all. Bolt up!